What is going on, boys and girls? It's your boy, Team Matt Gamble, coming at you with yet another fresh video. And in this video today, I'm going to be serving you guys, the community, exactly what you were asking for. So, some of you guys have had the privilege, the pleasure, you know, maybe want to mix those two words together, but you've had the chance to play my Zone Wars maps, and a lot of you guys were asking me, how do I put the zones into those maps? Like, how do you put zones into your creative maps? So, in this video today, I'm going to be doing a little creative how-to about getting zones into your creative map. So, sit back, relax, grab your snacks. Let's get right into this one. So, for those of you who are like me and avoided creative for a long time, I recommend you get into it. It is a lot of fun. There is so much you can do in there. And I do plan on giving you guys a lot more creative how-to videos in the future so that you guys can make your own maps, your own games, have fun. There's really so much you can do in there, and practicing in creative, like Zone Wars is great, build battles are great, like all that stuff is really going to help you sharpen your game, and you can just have a lot of fun making your own maps, doing things like death runs or little challenges, competitions, like a shooting gallery. You can do whatever you want in creative. It's pretty cool, so I recommend you check it out. I even got my girlfriend playing some Fortnite the other night, just because she is a musician, so we were having fun in creative, making a couple different, like, a whole concert hall venue. We were thinking about, like, maybe we might do a live concert in the future, have her host her own thing for her channel. But stay tuned, we'll see if that goes down. But anyway, you guys had specifically requested a video on how to add zones to your map, so I'm going to go over that in this video now. So let's get right into that. So, as you can see, I'm using just the blank grid to make this really easy. There's nothing in the background. I deleted the stuff that I had before when I was doing some testing on this. So let's get into what you need to do. So go into your menu. You want to go to devices. And the two devices you're going to need are this advanced storm controller. So you're going to want to go ahead and equip that. I don't really use the basic storm controller. I prefer the advanced storm beacon. It just gives you a bit more options. You can customize your storm a little bit more. So the first thing you need to start with is you need that advanced storm beacon. This is what's going to basically put the storm into your game. So I'm going to get out of my menu. You see I'm going to hit square there, and this is where we customize this beacon. So we see the generate storm is on. I'm going to change the phase 1 radius to 500 meters. We'll just make it a little bit bigger. No delay. You know, you guys, these options are pretty straightforward. I'm not going to go through them all, but obviously you got the description at the bottom if you're not sure what it is, but you can set your radius, your delay time, you know, what you want the storm to do at the end of its phase. So obviously if you guys have been playing the game, you know there's different phases to a storm. So this advanced storm beacon is basically gonna, it's almost like phase 0, if you can imagine that. It does act as phase 1, but you're going to need to also put in a advanced beacon that is phase 1 that's also going to help dictate. They're basically going to work together and dictate how that first phase of the storm is going to work. So I'm going to change the end radius, make it a little smaller. Wait time's really short, resize time is small. And you guys are going to see how this ends up working out at the end of the video, but just to make it simple, we've got, you know, I'm using almost the default settings. I'm trying to make this happen pretty fast, so the storm is just going to, all we're going to do is make it move in one line. And once you guys see that, you'll be able to see, you know, obviously we can place them in different places, add a lot more phases to the storm. But here you can see, so we've got where our first storm is going to start is that dark one on the outside, and then this lighter ring inside is where our storm is going to finish. So I'm going to place this next beacon right where our storm is going to finish. And we're going to, tweak those settings a little bit. So this is our second phase of the storm. It's our second advanced beacon. Remember, you need not only the storm station, but you need that first beacon set to phase 1. So you need the two of them at the first, and then you can just keep adding these beacons. I'm just going to add one more at the edge of the circle. So you can see our storm is basically just going to pull really fast in this line. So we're going to copy that beacon. We're going to head over here to where our storm is going to finish for the second rotation. I probably should have turned the time up on this a little bit, but for the video, I didn't want it to be too long. When you guys see the actual in-game play, when I start the game, the storm is going to move really fast. It's almost hard to see it hit each beacon because I set the time so low. But play with those settings, turn your time up. You know, you can always run your game and see how it goes. But we've got our 3 beacons, so I'm going to fly in. And as soon as the game starts, you can see, okay, so we've got our outside storm. It's going to take about 5 seconds, and it's already starting to creep in, and you can see it's pulling almost toward that middle white square. But because we've got that second beacon set up and the time's so small, it's actually already pulling a little bit toward that second beacon. There's almost no time in between the phases the way I've set this up. And so you can see, so we're pulling toward our second beacon, and it's going to start pulling toward the third one, and we're actually already on our third beacon at this point. So the storm is going to take a second, and then it's just going to start closing again. Because we set that last storm radius to 0, so this is just going to start closing into nothing. But you can obviously see, so our storm did start around that middle point. It's pulled all the way over here for our third and final phase. You need to increase the time in between phases if you want to see that sort of a few seconds in zone delay and then have it pull to another spot. But play with those settings. This is the basics that you guys need to know to be able to add the storm into your game. If you're struggling with this, what I suggest you do is when you make a new island, on the top right corner, for me I think it's L2 on my controller. Obviously it's going to be different depending on what your input is, but you have an option to go to pre-made templates. Go to the Zone Wars pre-made template, play it, see how the storm behaves, and what you can actually do is just look at the way that those pre-made preset storm beacons are set up and how that storm behaves, and then you can basically extrapolate from there how you need to set up your beacons, what you want to do. So those pre-made templates can be really helpful, especially the Zone Wars template, if you want to figure out how to get the storm in your game and moving the way that you want it to do. So hopefully you guys found that helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe. Hope you guys are self-isolating. Thanks for all the love and support. I love the community. I'll catch you guys on the next video.